Ruby is with us in Miami, Florida. Hi, Ruby. Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show.
Hi, Dave. How are you?
Better than I deserve. I wish I was there. Nashville has a foot of snow.
It is quite nice today.
What's up?
So I have a question. I'm a full-time nurse, and my husband is a full-time medical student. So I'm the only one working in our family right now. We have a little situation. We leased a car, which I know was stupid. We won't do it again. But we're due to end our lease next year in January. However, by June of this year, we need to get another car because my husband is starting rotations and we're going to have completely opposite schedules. So we're looking at needing to buy 2 cars by next year. We don't have a whole lot in savings right now cash. We have about, I would say, $2,000. And so we were trying to figure out what the best way to go about doing this would be. We saw a car that we really liked, and it's about, we think we could get it for about $7,500 cash. So we were thinking about taking out some money from his student loans, which we only try to get, only what we need for tuition. But we were thinking about taking out like about $7,500 to get the car and then pay it off as soon as we get like our tax refund and save up a little bit of money by working some overtime shifts. Do you think that's a good idea or no?
Well, Ruby, if you've been listening to this show for more than about 10 minutes, you know I tell people not to borrow money.
Yeah.
For cars, for student loans, for anything other than possibly a mortgage and pay that off as soon as you can. I don't even like that one. But so there's a lot going on here that I would tell you not to do. Certainly would tell you not to borrow to buy the car.
Okay.
What is your household income right now?
Including after deductions and taxes and everything, I take home about $3,500 a month.
Okay. All right. And so it sounds like you're making about $60,000 a year working. Gross.
Gross, yeah.
And pretty close anyway. Do you have any 401ks or anything like that coming out at work other than taxes?
I have a pension that work requires me to put money into.
You don't have an option on that. Okay.
No.
All right. So here's what I would do if I were in your shoes. You said you had a tax refund coming. You're talking about now?
Well, as soon as we file our taxes, we haven't gotten our W-2s yet, so I'm looking at probably March.
Okay. Why would it take till March?
Just that's how it's been in the past. I don't know. If I get them earlier, I'll try to file them as soon as I can.
Yeah. So, and you don't need a car until May, you said.
Around May. Mm-hmm.
So what would be wrong with using the tax refund to buy a car?
We want to do that. We just saw a car that we liked now.
Yeah, but you don't have the money to buy a car now.
That is true.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to go borrow on a student loan and pay for that car over the next, decade while you finish up these schools and everything else. No, not a chance. No, just wait.
Yeah.
When you have the money, buy the car. How much is your tax refund?
We usually get about $5,000.
Okay. I would suggest about a $3,000 car and use the other $2,000 towards the savings that you begin to buy the next $3,000 car next January when you turn the lease in.
Okay.
Or maybe you can buy the $7,000 car at that point. Now, I can tell that you're probably not going to do any of this, but let me tell you what the problem is. The problem is if you continue to borrow every time you have a problem, you're going to have nothing but financial problems the rest of your life. Every time something comes up that's a stress point, the way out of it is to borrow. Some idiot will loan you money, and then you will look up with a pile of debt that you can't breathe under, and you'll feel like an idiot because you won't be able to breathe. No matter what you guys make, you can't out-earn your stupidity if you just continue this process. And so what Sharon and I had to learn when we were in our 20s and went broke was that the borrower is truly slave to the lender, and we had to draw a line in the sand and say, okay, we don't borrow money, so now how do we solve the problem? Well, right now you got car fever, and the only antidote for car fever for the car you've seen that you like that you can't afford is a cold shower. So go take a cold shower, get over your car fever, and just wait and pay cash for a car you can afford. If you want to spend the whole $5,000 on a car in March, that's fine, but you got to work towards how you're going to pay for the car next January when you're back down to one car again.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd prefer you to go ahead and, start saving towards that. And let's just keep these cars. These cars are not forever cars. They're just enough to get you guys through this really tough time while he's in school. When does he graduate?
He's got 2 years left.
Oh, good. Okay.
So once he's in residency, then that adds another income. So
yeah, there's a light at the end of the tunnel here. This is all going to change in 2 years. So again, I'm not suggesting you drive a $3,000 car for the rest of your life. I'm talking about 2 years.
Right.
And then you can move up a little bit and pay cash, and then you, of course, attack the student loans and get rid of them. But no, I would never in a million years tell you to borrow on a student loan to buy a car. There is not a case on the planet in 30 years of doing this show that would have caused me to tell you to do that. So, hey, thank you for the call. I hope I convinced you, because if I didn't, I predict some pain in your future.